What up, gamers? Fanta here, and welcome back to Death Battle. Last time I watched Batman vs. Spider-Man. In this video, we'll be watching Pikachu versus Blanka, which I don't know much about Blanka. I have seen Pikachu like a bunch. I mean, I feel like even if you haven't seen Pokemon before, you probably have seen Pikachu the most because he's pretty much the mascot of the Pokemon company and just Pokemon, the whole franchise in general. So yeah, I mean, I assume this will be Ash's Pikachu and not like just maybe a combination of every Pikachu here. I assume they'll show like scenes from the anime, which I assume then will be more based on Ash's Pikachu. Which by the way, if they're gonna be showing scenes from the anime, I think I will be doing some some preview obscuring. Like I'm gonna like just hide the preview, like the video preview for a bit because of that. Because I am a bit like iffy on the showing anime footage in general. But yeah, I mean I assume that Pikachu might be able to do some things that some other normal Pikachus can't. I mean yeah, like we have seen Pikachu like over the years in the Pokemon anime where until the very end like he was able to make it to like to the end of the journey for Ash. Like yeah, I'm sure like this Pikachu might be more powerful than usual, but looking at this like Blanka here, like I don't know what he exactly looks like, but I'm just gonna guess he's like this Hulk, like Incredible Hulk like figure, and he's got the hair and stuff. And I assume the reason why they're paired up here is because they're both electricity. That's why I'm guessing Blanka is paired up here. I'm guessing he has electric powers. But as for who would win, I mean I don't even know. I'm kind of curious. Like I'm just wondering why they would match them up together other than maybe they're both electric types. But yeah, we'll see, man. So far, when it comes to my win-loss ratio in these death battles, I got 9 corrects and 13 incorrects. I do want to see if I can try to get back to the positive here, which I don't remember the last time I was in a positive, if I was ever at all. But yeah, I have no idea who would win here. If I were to judge it based on their appearance, then I would say Blanka, just because he looks really buff and will probably just beat Pikachu to the pulp. But other than that, I mean, I'm sure they both have great electric powers. I assume Blanka has electric powers. That's why I'm saying that. But yeah, I feel like Blanka would win just because, you can probably just like one punch man Pikachu, and then that's pretty much it. But yeah, I don't know much about, Blanka. We'll see if like Pikachu is able to, maybe produce even way more electricity to beat him down. We'll see. Anyways, here we go, man. Like I said, the preview will be obscured. I would say mainly during the Pokemon part, because I'm guessing when it comes to anime in general, then I think I'd rather obscure that. I'm sure maybe they'll do the same thing with Blanka, but I think Street Fighter is a bit more safe, if I had to guess. But here we go, man. Let's watch.
When you think of an electric charged combatant, these two always come to mind. Pikachu,
Really?
Ash's first Pokemon.
And Blanka, the man beast of Brazil.
I mean, I
Wizard,
don't know
he's
much about
Boomstick, and
Blanka.
it's our job to analyze
Oh, yeah,
their
saw some
weapons, armor,
anime
and
footage.
skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I mean, a Blanka dude, like dude. Yeah, they're showing Ash over here, so
Standing barely over 1 foot tall and weighing less than a newborn baby, Pikachu is the quick-footed electric mouse Pokemon, and the first under the command of Ash, a 10-year-old trainer from Pallet Town.
Still
Because
10
you
years
don't
old,
need
by the
puberty
way.
to travel the world by yourself.
Pikachu is now Ash's most loyal and trusted companion, but he sure didn't start that way.
Yeah, so this is specifically Ash's Pikachu.
Then again, if a 10-year-old was trying
Specifically
to trap me in a
this
tiny ball
Pikachu,
and
so-
make me fight other creatures to the death, that
like
probably
I haven't
won't
watched
do.
like every
Being
episode
so
of the
small,
Pokemon
Pikachu
anime,
has low stamina
but I assume
and
this
physical
Pikachu is
strength,
probably
but
one of the
Blanka
most
makes up
powerful
for it with
ones.
speed. However, his EV training was arbitrary and inconsistent.
Eevee, what now?
Effort value training. Every time a Pokemon wins a battle, one of its abilities improve depending upon the opponent. Taking the first seasons of the show into account, we have compiled an estimation of Pikachu's statistics upon reaching his
Wow,
maximum
it even
level.
got the
By defeating so many Spearow early on, Pikachu's speed is
the actual
off the
stats.
charts.
The little lightning rat isn't just quick. He's got 2 incredibly powerful weapons built into his face.
So what, did they just keep track of like every battles and just like level him up based on that?
And when that won't do the trick, he can use the
But yeah, I'm sure like, you know,
quick
this is not
attack to surprise his
like
foes.
caught up like,
Or Iron
you know,
Tail,
with
which
today's
burns his
Pikachu.
tail hard as steel. Electro Ball is a projectile that for some reason deals more damage the slower an opponent is. But when things get serious, he'll bust
And
out
one
with
anime
the
I
latest
do want to
attack,
watch
the
is,
Volt Tackle.
I think X and Y.
The Volt Tackle
I heard that
strikes
one
with
was
the force of
really
a
good.
mouse-powered Megaton warhead, but there's a catch. Pikachu receives recoil damage equaling 33% of the total damage dealt. This
Oh, yeah.
move cannot be used lightly.
Well, that's dumb. It's like, hey, I can kill you, but I'm gonna blow up my arm.
That's kind of weird.
Regardless, Ash's Pikachu is astounding. He's like a living battery,
Oh, yeah.
weaponized.
I'm
Not
sure,
only
like-
can he discharge an enormous amount of power,
I'm sure there's been
he
like
can
some
also
stories as
absorb
well where like
electricity and use it against his foes. In fact,
can even,
he
like,
can
go
conduct more
against, like,
wattage than any
type
ordinary
advantage, you know?
Pikachu,
Like,
making him one of the
probably-
toughest of
like
his
isn't it
kind.
like he was still
but
able
he's
to
got
win
his
against
limits.
Brock
Get
or
too
something
much
with Pikachu?
electricity stored up and boom, no
Even though it's
more
probably not the
Pikachu.
most effective
It's true.
Pokemon to use.
Pikachu is still a tiny mouse Pokemon with very clear limits. And even though he has long since reached his maximum
Like, yeah, I don't think
potential,
even
he
Pikachu back then
refuses
learned
to
Iron
evolve
Tail
into the
to even, like,
vastly
beat an
superior
Onix
Raichu due to some
from, like, Brock.
pretentious excuse of love and acceptance. What a waste of potential. Can you imagine how powerful he could be as a Raichu?
But Pikachu's accomplished quite
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot
decides
of
to
impressive
stay as a
feats on his
Pikachu.
own. He's beaten legendary Pokemon and developed
That is true, that's
new
one thing
fighting
about
techniques
Pikachu,
like
like-
the counter shield and mid-air spin dodge.
Yeah, Ash's
He may be
Pikachu was
the
able
size
to
of a
probably
squirrel,
beat,
but he's one tough fighter.
like, even tougher Pokemon that normally wouldn't. Alright, let me switch to preview to be a bit more clear now.
As a child,
'Cause I assume, you know,
Blanka was a
probably
pale-skinned
safer
Brazilian boy.
over the,
That is, until the horrific plane
Pokemon
crash,
footage.
Like Lost.
of which he was the sole survivor stranded in the Amazon. Trapped in
Oh.
an area filled with dangerous predators, he was forced to camouflage himself day and night. After many years of this, his skin absorbed enough chlorophyll to turn a permanent green hue.
Wow.
I always thought he was just some kind of jungle monster beast guy.
Despite his appearance, Blanka is actually extremely passive and gentle. However,
What?
piss him off and he enters an unstoppable bloodlust.
Well, that seems like a pretty drastic change.
But before he was old enough to fight the predators himself, he was forced to live off electric eels as his primary food source.
Jeez.
After years of this diet, he developed a high resistance
Whoa.
to electricity and somehow
Gained
gained the
powers
ability
by
to
eating
produce
electric
similar
eels.
electric shocks.
Be right back. Getting eels?
Nope, Boomstick, it doesn't work like that. Plus, we kind of have a show to do.
Fine, but afterwards I'm proving you wrong.
Okay. Blanka eventually found his way to civilization by complete accident and found a friend in Dan Hibiki, the absolute worst Street Fighter on Earth.
Ah,
What?
man. Couldn't get any real people
Yeah, I-
friends.
I don't know
so you
much
had
about
to
Street
resort to
Fighter.
Jungle Frankenstein over here.
After arriving in the city, Blanka entered the Second World Warrior Tournament and discovered he was one of the most agile competitors there, leaping
Dang.
and ducking around his opponents with ease like a jungle monkey, which is basically what he is.
He uses a self-taught martial art, which he learned while fighting friggin' crocodiles and jaguars.
I mean, yeah, I guess
what-
that's one
He
thing.
has
He knows
several
martial
unique
arts too.
attacks, like the Beast Roll, with which he hurtles through the air.
Probably
like
has more of a
bolt,
technique
obliterating
when-
all laws of physics.
I don't know
when it comes to
which
battle
jaguar
compared to
or
Pikachu,
crocodile
which, you
got
know,
in that move, but shit,
it's probably
I
gonna be like
won it.
based
That
more on
aside,
instinct
he's
or like
also got a
the
few
moves
super
itself.
moves. The grand
rather than
shade
a whole
roll,
martial art.
chargeable spin attack, and with Shout of Earth, Blanka can fire off a wave of uncontrollable electric energy. But you really gotta watch out for the lightning cannonball, where he rockets forward as a spinning ball.
I mean, for me, so
electric
far,
death.
I feel like Blanka would win. Looks a bit more overpowering.
Blanka is a deadly fighter and obviously an extremely tough survivor. However, his greatest weakness comes from his lack of formal training. In fact, the only training he's ever had was under the tutelage of, guess,
Don't say it.
Oh.
Dan Hibiki.
That's like anti-training.
And yet he has proven his combat
mean,
skills time and time again.
I guess
Though
we
he
have to
did not
compare.
win the World
Like,
Warrior
pretty much Dan
Tournament,
would
he
be
was
like
picked from
Ash,
hundreds
right?
to represent
So, like, would
Brazil,
Ash's
and
training
through
be
it
better
rediscovered
than
his
Dan?
mother and hometown. At long last, Blanka had come home.
Most terrifying family reunion ever.
I mean, to me, I feel like if he was able to like just punch,
All right, the combatants are
if he was able
set.
to like
Let's
just
end
punch
this debate once and
Pikachu,
for
like
all.
Wait,
I just feel like they'll do some massive damage compared to like if Pikachu did it against
Carbonite Online Backup provides
compared to
automatic
against
backup and protection for your valuable computer files.
Blanka here.
And no hardware required. It uses a cloud.
Yeah, I feel
What,
like
those
Blanka has
fluffy
the
things
physical
that make
strength
pictures in the sky?
No, Boomstick
capabilities,
is a
like
network-based server
advantage.
system for your data. And with Carbonite, you can even
It's
access
kind of hard
it
for me
from
to
a
tell.
smartphone or iPad with a free app.
But how do they get it all up there?
Carbonite is a better backup plan for
I don't
your
know,
home
man.
office or small
I mean, the
business.
thing is,
Enter the code DEATHBATTLE at carbonite.com
I think I want to go
start your
for.
free trial with 2 bonus months.
But right now, it's time for
I think I want to go for Blanka. I know Pikachu has probably maybe the better training. I feel like Blanka would win. I'm gonna go for Blanka. That's my vote. And you know what? When it comes to electricity too, like he's been eating eels, so I'm sure that he probably grew some resistance to it as well. Wait, do you think Pikachu would even do that? Like just being able to carry Blanka like that? I don't know, I trust in Blanka. Come on, Blanka, please. I want to get back to the positive. A part of me feels like I might be wrong here with my prediction. Okay. Oh my god. I mean, yeah, he eats eels. Why not eat an electric mouse? Bro. Well, I'm glad I went with Blanka. There we go.
You know, I've always wanted
That was a
to
bit
eat a Pokemon.
anticlimactic, dude. But it's funny.
They look delicious.
It's funny.
Pikachu may be powerful, but he can't compete with Blanka's ruthless skill.
Even though Pikachu was clearly quicker on his feet, his attacks had little effect. Blanka could resist the electric attacks, and the Iron Tail is a steel-type move,
Yeah.
which, as we all know, is weak against electricity. Pikachu's only option was to outmatch Blanka's physical strength and stamina, which was
Yeah, I'm
just
sure
too
that's
much
not
of
going to be the
little guy.
thing.
And despite keeping a
Like
clear
Blanka,
head,
I mean, you can
Pikachu
just look at
rarely
him.
shows any exemplary competence or aptitude on his own. Many of his greatest achievements are actually a result of his trainer's quick thinking or downright luck.
Everything was going well until Pikachu lost his head.
The winner is
Yeah.
Blanka.
Well, there you go. I
Next
got it right this time.
on Death Battle.
Okay. Oh, Goku? Is this Goku versus Superman? Versus Superman, dude. Crazy. Yeah, that was one of the big ones back then, too.
Motherfucking trainer!
Oh my god!
Somebody get me a motherfucking table to flip!
Yeah, that was a big death battle back then. Oh, that's it. That's the way they ended off. A bit more dramatic there. Okay, with the teaser. So yeah, that was Pikachu versus Blanka. And because of the results of this video here, so far when it comes to my win-loss ratio and my predictions for these death battle videos, I got 10 corrects and 13 incorrect. So really happy that I was able to guess correctly there and push towards the positive. Hopefully in the future I can keep that going. But yeah, speaking of the future, we did get a teaser of the next death battle here, which is a big one, man. We got Goku versus Superman, and they got the one here because I do know that they have multiple videos of this, of Goku versus Superman. They have made at least 2 from like what I can recall. And yeah, if you couldn't guess by now, I did watch these videos before. And so when it comes to that, you know, kind of like with how I watch Link versus Cloud before, I feel like normally I would leave it to where I have my past self vote because, you know, because I've watched these videos before, like I would know who the victor was, right? I would that would be kind of cheating for me to like, you know, vote because I know who would win. So feels a bit more balanced and fair if I let my past self vote instead, like before I watch these videos here. The thing is, and I guess let me give like a spoiler warning for the results of these videos for the Goku versus Superman video. So yeah, spoiler alert, you've been warned, but the winners of these Goku versus Superman videos, at least the first 2 that I watch, I'm not sure if they made a third or so on, but yeah, I think they were able to make it to where in one video, Goku or Superman won, and then the other pretty much the same thing where the other, like the loser pretty much won in the second video. But for me, I don't remember like which video was which. Like I'm assuming so far there's like 2 videos, right? So I don't know like which video Goku won, if it's in the first or second video. The same thing with Superman. So I think because of that, I think it is safe for me to vote at least in the first one. I think I'll leave the second video to my past self because, like, if I vote right now, because I remember like who won with, like I said, both were able to win in at least one of these videos here. That means for, because after seeing this video here, I would know who would win in the next video of Goku versus Superman. So yeah, I think in the first one, I will definitely give my vote to, like my predictions. But in the second video, I think I'll leave my past self to be the one to vote. So yeah, I'll keep it like balanced that way, So anyways, yeah, that was it. Like I said, that was Pikachu versus Blanka. And yeah, next time will be Goku versus Superman. So yeah, don't remember who won in each of these videos, so I'll definitely be voting here on the current day self. Second video will be my past self, since I will definitely know who will win in the next video after watching this one here. Anyway, guys, that'll be it for now. That's game.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.